Okay, here we have a square. Now squares have this square in the corner. That means it's a right angle. So all squares have 4 right angles. A right angle is going to be 90 degrees. So let's go ahead and label this. If this is A, this is B, C, and D. All of these are going to be 90 degrees. So 90, this one is B equals 90 degrees. C would equal 90 degrees, and D would equal 90 degrees. So all of these are 90 degrees. So if we cut this in half, if we take this square and we cut it exactly in half, you'll notice we have 2 triangles. Okay? So if this one was 90 degrees, the whole thing, this whole thing in red is 90 degrees, then each one of these will be half of 90 degrees. This right here will be half of 90. So half of 90, 90 divided by 2 is 45. So this one would be 45 degrees. And this one would be 45 degrees. Alright, and now if we cut it exactly in half, this 90 is also cut in half. So this would be 45, and this would be 45. Okay, so if we add these up, for this triangle right here, 45 plus 45, this angle plus this angle plus this third angle, which we know is 90 degrees. It's a right angle, 90 degrees. So if we add these up, we get to 180 degrees. Okay? And that's going to be true for any triangle. All triangles add up to 180 degrees if you add up their interior angles. Okay? So let's see. If we have a triangle here, these little tick marks mean that they're equilateral triangle. So if this triangle is equilateral, it's also going to be what we call equiangular. It's going to have the same size angles. Okay, so all 3 of these angles, this is A, this is B, and this is C, all these angles are going to be the same measure. So we're going to have 180 degrees, the sum of any triangle, divided by 3. And so 180 divided by 3 is 60. So that means this angle would be 60, this angle would be 60, and this angle would be 60. Okay, and we could check it, make sure 60 times 3, make sure we get 180, and we do. 6 times 3 is 18, so 60 times 3 is 180. Okay, here we have, let's label this angle A. So angle A is 50, angle B is 65, so all 3 of them add up to 180. So we can say angle A, this is true for any triangle you draw. Angle A plus angle B plus angle C equals 180. Okay, so angle A we know is 50. So 50 degrees plus angle B, we're being told is 65. So 50 plus 65 plus angle C equals 180. Okay, so 50 plus 65, well, that's just 115. So 115 degrees plus whatever angle C is equals 180 degrees. Okay, so if I want to know what C is, what plus 115 gives me 180? Well, I want to isolate C, so I'm going to subtract 115 from both sides of the equation. So 180 minus 115, that's going to give me my angle B. So 7, make that 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 7 minus 1 is 6. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So this is going to have to be 65 degrees, just like angle B. Now this right here is what we call an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. That means it's got 2 equal sides. That means this side and this side were going to be equal, and 2 equal angles, 65 and 65. So angle B and angle C are going to be equal. Alright, let's do a few more. Here we've got angle A. So first off, we know for all triangles, angle A plus angle B plus angle C equals 180 degrees. Any triangle, they all add up to 180. So 32, we have angle A is 120. So 120 plus 32 plus whatever angle C is going to give us 180 degrees. Now, 120 plus 32, that equals 152. Angle A plus angle B, the sum of those angles is 152. So plus angle C is going to give us 180. Remember, all three angles of any triangle add up to 180. So I want to get angle C by itself. I'm going to subtract 152 from both sides, minus 152. So angle C plus 152 minus 152, they cancel out. So I've got angle C equals 180 minus 152. So angle C equals, let's see, 7, 10, 10 minus 2 is 8, 7 minus 5 is 2. So angle C right here would have to equal 28 degrees. And we can check it, make sure it works by adding up 32 plus 120. That gives me 152. And then I add my 28 and make sure I get 180. 8 plus 2 is 0, carry the 1. 10, carry the 1. 5 plus 1 plus 2 is 8. Yes, it does work. It checks. So here, angle C would be 28 degrees. Let's do a few more. So I have, let's see, here, if I've got, it looks like about 15 degrees. That's 15, and this is 75. Okay, if that's 15 and that's 75, so let's call this angle A, angle B, and angle C. So if I'm looking for angle C here, this is 15, this is 75. So what I've got, I know angle A, this right here means angle. Angle A plus angle B plus angle C equals 180 degrees. Any triangle equals 180 degrees if you add up the interior angles. So I'm going to substitute what I know. I know angle A is 15 degrees. And I know angle B is 75 degrees. So 15 plus 75 plus whatever angle C is equals 180. Okay? Well, 15 plus 75, that gives us 90. So 90 plus angle C equals 180. Well, 90 plus what equals 180? Well, I want to subtract 90 from both sides of this equation. So I get angle C equals 180 minus 90. So angle C would equal 90 degrees here. Now that's obviously not 90 degrees, but if this was 15 and that was 75, this would have to be 90. This isn't really 15. This actually looks more like 25. Oh well. Let's do a couple more. So here, I've got, if this right here looks like a right angle, so this is angle A, this will be angle B, and this will be angle C. So if this one right here is 45, okay, so I've got 90, angle A, plus angle B, plus angle C, well, that equals 180. For any triangle, they add up to 180. So angle A, I know, I'm going to substitute what I know. Angle A is 90 degrees, that's my degree sign, plus angle B is 45 here, plus angle C, they all add up to 180. So 90 plus 45, oh, that's 135. So 135 plus angle C equals 180 degrees. Now I'm trying to isolate angle C. So to get rid of this plus 135 here, I'm going to subtract 135 from this side of the equation, and whatever I do to this side, I've got to also do to this side. So minus 135. Okay, 0 minus 5 can't do that. This becomes a 7. This becomes 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 7 minus 5 is 4. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So if this is 45 and this is 90, this one also has to be 45. Now what we have here is an isosceles triangle. This angle equals 45. This angle equals 45. These two angles are the same. It means this side is the same as this side. Okay, so this is an isosceles triangle, a 90, 45, 45 degree triangle. So C here equals 45 degrees. Should do a couple more. Here, let's see. Let's make one of these angles really small. Notice what happens if I make one of the angles really small. One of the angles is really tiny. Right there. See how small that angle is? If one of the angles is really small, these angles are both going to be pretty big. They're going to be approaching 90. So if this is, say this is 8 degrees. We'll call this angle A, angle B, and angle C. So if angle A is 8 degrees and angle B is, let's call it 80, looks almost 90, call it 88 degrees. So if angle B is 88 degrees, angle B equals 88 degrees, and angle A, that means the angle A equals 8 degrees, then what is angle C? Well, I know that angle A plus angle B plus angle C for any triangle adds up to 180 degrees. Okay, so angle A is 8 degrees, so I have 8 degrees. That little dot, little circle means my degrees, plus 88 degrees for B. So 8 degrees plus 88 degrees plus whatever angle C is equals 180. So 8 plus 88 equals 96. So I have 96 degrees plus whatever angle C is. Angle C equals 180. Okay, so if I want to know what angle C is, I'm going to subtract 96 from this side of the equation, and whatever I do to this side, in order to keep this thing equal, I've also got to do to this side. So I'm going to subtract 96 from both sides of the equation. So on this side, anything plus 96 minus 96, they cancel out. So I've got angle C isolated on this side, and on this side I have 180 minus 96. So 0 minus 6, can't do that. Make this a 7, make this a 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. 7 minus 9, can't do that. 17 minus 9 is 8. So angle C here would equal 84 degrees. Okay, so I can check it. 8 plus 88, that equals 96. 96 plus 84, and yes, that does equal 180. It works, because remember, all angles of a triangle, any triangle you draw, if you add up the angles, they're going to equal 180 degrees.